My name is Dr. Jack, and this is my success story. In 1987, I came to the United States from Armenia. I was 12 years old, and the new country was a culture shock to me. I was introduced to a series of firsts. First Happy Meal, first English class, first trip to the dentist.
In Armenia, we had no access to dental care. I had no idea what to expect.
The dentist always fascinated me by the way in which he worked with his hands and worked with people to make a difference. He had a huge impact on my decision to go to dental school.
Growing up as an immigrant, I never felt entitled. This country gave me an amazing opportunity.
My family did not have much money, but the love for family, humanity, and moral values that my parents passed on to me are what inspired me to adapt, obtain higher education, and dedicate my life to serving others in need.
The most significant advice my father shared with me when I was really young was that it doesn't matter what you choose as a career, as long as you love what you do and you strive to be the best at it.
I became a self-starter, knowing that it was the only way for me to show my gratitude to my parents for giving me the opportunity of freedom. In 2003, I graduated dental school with honors from the University of Southern California. I had $350,000 in student debt, and I definitely was not yet what you may call financially secure. But it was okay. I was confident and ambitious with my goals. I knew I wanted to start my own practice someday. But in order to get to the top, you have to start from the bottom and work your way up. I started as an associate at a practice working with adults, and I was miserable. The job was dull and gray. Then after 3 months, I got to work with children, which I discovered to be my true passion. I volunteered with the UDAO organization, where we would go out once a month working with different communities in LA and with children that had no access to dental care at all. We would go on mission trips overseas to Mexico, Belize, and Armenia, working again with children in orphanages to provide them with dental care they needed, the care they deserved. In 2004, when the broken down practice I've been working for went on the market, in a space where failure seemed inevitable, I saw hope. And in my eyes, I could see it was the opportunity I've been waiting for. I took my hopes and dreams over to the bank and I begged them to lend me money to open up my own practice. Many banks rejected my request. Finally, my prayers were answered when Wells Fargo agreed to give me the loan. Finally, in a rundown practice in the city of Glendale where I grew up, Kids Dental Place was born. The initial success of this first business allowed us to expand. From 2006 to 2011, Kids Dental Place grew to 7 locations in 2 states, with a total of 4 practices throughout Los Angeles County and 3 practices in Phoenix, Arizona. Over the relatively quick span of time it took for my business to grow, the time and energy and the uneducated approach I had taken left me feeling exhausted. The hardships of running a business and the struggles getting my large staff to coordinate with my plans had taken a toll on me.
The passion was always there. I was always guided by intuition, but I think I had lost track of the biggest aspect, which was giving.
I had fallen a victim to work and the business side of things to the point where I had forgotten the joy of giving, why I had chosen all these communities, and why I really wanted to make an impact. I needed help guiding my team. I was determined, just as I had been determined years earlier to get the first loan from the bank to open up my first practice. I prayed for help with my quest. In September 2012, a good friend of mine invited me to attend a practice management seminar in Chicago. Ironically, it was titled Exit Strategy, which ended up being the greatest turning point of my career.
It's not just money, okay? It's everything in your life. It's a full life, getting to do the things that you want to do without compromise, okay?
When I first heard Jay Geyer's words and he talked about giving back and creating a legacy business, there was a fire under his tone that matched the fire of my own heart. I had suddenly realized that over the years of growing my business, my vision had become so diluted to the point where I felt isolated by my own ambitions. I knew from the bottom of my heart that my mission in life was to help the children. But my mission would be impossible if I didn't first find a way to help myself.
You know, there are a lot of consultants out there that they'll talk about numbers and they'll talk about how we could grow the practice, and I've always avoided consultants for that reason, because my values never harmonize with anybody else telling me how I should run my practice. And with Jay, it was more of, I could trust this man.
The Scheduling Institute became the answer to my prayers. I left Chicago a Platinum Scheduling Institute member with a renewed passion, excitement, and confidence. 3 months after signing up with the Scheduling Institute, I sold 3 of my practices I started in Arizona so that I could refocus my attention on the practices I needed to save, the communities I deeply desired to have an impact on. Since implementing the tools provided to us by the Scheduling Institute, I was able to devote more of my time and energy into my practices than ever before, and I have been happier ever since. After 2012, our average monthly production increased from $500,000 to $720,000 so far in 2014. Our number of patient visits per month have increased from 3,470 visits per month in 2012 to 5,826 visits per month this year. And our average number of new patients has increased from 695 new patients in 2012 to 871 new monthly patients this year. Ever since we started working with the Scheduling Institute, we've been able to give $250,000 back to our team. We've increased our human capital through team building, and we've enhanced our marketing strategies through the telemarketing and telecommunication suites and radio advertising.
We've pretty much maximized the space within each office that we could expand. And the only way to grow right now is to open up a new practice into a new community, and I'm really excited.
The Scheduling Institute's impact on our space and equipment is visible through the development of our offices, adding rooms to our space, purchasing a suite to house our headquarters, and finally, we are proud to announce we have just locked down plans to open a brand new location in East Los Angeles, which is predicted to be our biggest and best office yet.
It's a 6,500 square foot, beautiful facility that will be serving underserved community in the East Los Angeles area. Preventive dentistry is the cornerstone of my practice philosophy.
This past year, Kids Dental Place participated in Dentistry from the Heart, as well as partnered with the Colgate Foundation in the effort to provide free dentistry to the children in our communities. By allowing us to truly bond as a team and collectively give back to the communities in need, these events have added the spirit and generosity to the Kids Dental Place team.
In Kids Dental Place, we try to make sure the patient feels so comfortable.
My favorite part about Kids Dental Place is just the environment. It's a very friendly environment to work in.
The commitment that we have to the community.
I can feel free. I can feel like I can do something for the community.
Not only do we give back to the community, well, Dr. Jack gives back to the community, he gives back to us, to his employees. He's always concerned about our happiness.
Everything he has done has influenced me so much in my life, and I'm truly appreciative of it.
Dr. Jack's an amazing person, and when he's around, he just transfers his energy to you. So whenever I'm around him, I'm happy.
He's not just an employer for me, and he hasn't been like that for any of us. Dr. Jack always goes above and beyond for us.
I've made a commitment to having a 5-time impact. That's my 5X goal. Over the next 10 years, I want to provide access to 200,000 children in underserved communities. I want to be able to redistribute $1 million back to our team with staff incentives. And I would love to give back $1 million worth of dentistry back to the communities that we serve.
Thank you, Scheduling Institute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scheduling Institute.
You made a difference in our community.
Thank you, Jay, and the amazing team at the Scheduling Institute. You've truly inspired me to be the best version of myself in all aspects of my life. I'm a better leader, healer, mentor, husband, and father.
When I first came to this country years ago, I never would have believed I could have achieved the success of where I am today. With the help and guidance of the Scheduling Institute, I rediscovered the passion in my practice, which is the soul of Kids Dental Place.